Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and part 2 of the video Counting and Numbers. I hope you all are doing good and learning Spanish regularly. So, in the previous video, we did counting from 1 to 100. Today, we will learn counting from 101 to 1 million. Without wasting any time, let's begin quickly. First, let us learn the starting figures of the series. 200 in Spanish is called dos cientos. You must notice how cien has changed to cientos. 300 is tres cientos. 400 is cuatro cientos. 500 is quinientos. 600 is seis cientos. 700 is setecientos. 800 is ochocientos. 900 is novecientos. And finally 1000 is mil. Let me introduce two vocabulary terms for you today. The first one is decenas. Decenas are basically numbers which are those that have 0 at the unit place. For example, 50, 0 is at the unit place, so this number is decenas. Another term of vocabulary is cifras, which means digits. So you need to learn both these terms. Now, let us look at the counting from 100 to 1000 in the table below. Now we are going to learn some basic rules so that we can write a number name for any number. Larger Spanish numbers can be formed according to some simple rules. For number from 100 to 199, use ciento. Like when you want to write 101, you will write ciento uno. Or 129, it will be ciento veintinueve. Ciento is 100 plus 20 plus 9, so 20 is 20 and 9 is nueve. You just need to break the number and then write the number name. The next one is 195. So 195 will be 100 plus 90 plus 5. So it will be 100 is ciento, 90 is noventa y cinco. Now you must notice that there is this Y symbol. But why is it here? We need to know the reason. So this Y symbol is added whenever you write the number name. So before the unit place, you need to mention this Y. One important note to remember that you don't need to add Y after ciento. It's ciento uno, not ciento y uno. So it is applicable only when you write the other numbers, not in 101. For numbers from 200 to 999, you must first learn the multiples of 100. Don't worry, they are straightforward and are easy to remember. You just need to learn how 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 and 900 are written. And I already told you about how they are spoken and written in the previous segment of the video. So let's just skip this part and move to the next slide. Now we move on to the next slide, which tells us that 500, which is quinientos, 700, which is setecientos, and 900, novecientos, are slightly irregular because they have different spellings. Okay, so these 8 numbers which we have studied are all masculine as well as feminine. Basically, they have both forms. And so, they all must agree with the noun. For example, setecientas personas. It means 700 people. Next example is ocho cientos libros. Libro means books. So it means 800 books. To fill in the gaps, example between 200 and 300, just follow the same pattern as for ciento. So, as we did 101, 102, the same will be there for 201. So, as we can see, the first one is 201. So, 200 is basically dos cientos. So, 201 will be dos cientos uno, 202, 220, 221, 225, 238. Similarly, same pattern will be followed for 300 to 999. You just need to focus on the series starting number and the rest will follow with that. Moving on to the next one, let's read it first. When the amount is anything beyond the denominator of 100, that is 101, 202, etc., use dos cientos, tres cientos and not doscientas or trescientas. This is something that you need to remember, because if you use doscientas or trescientas, it will be wrong. The correct form is doscientos and trescientos. Next, when there are numbers which are not exact 200 or 900, you can write them by dividing them. Dividing them is basically writing them in the expanded form and then writing their number name, which I already told you. Let's see the example. The first one is 333. So it will be 300 plus 30 plus 3. 300 is trescientos. 30 is trienta. Then we need to write E, which is compulsory. And the last one is tres. Next example is 456. 456 is written as 400 plus 50 plus 6. 400 is cuatrocientos. 50 is cincuenta. Then again E will be there because it is before the unit place. And then 6 is seis. Now let's read the note. Unlike two-digit numbers like 34, 34, three-digit numbers don't take y, and as a divider between 100 and 10 digit, 333 equals to 334 and not 334. So you need to remember that three-digit number takes E only one time, that is before the unit place, and not after every successive term. So this is a must note that you need to remember. Big numbers mean difficult readings, right? No, there is no need to learn a new word now. You have read everything already. Congratulations to all my learners. Let's look at the rules now. 1000 in Spanish is mil and its plural, unlike 100, ciento, becomes cientos. Mil stays mil and not miles. Now see this carefully. It is written that when we do the plural of 100, so cien will become ciento. But when mil will be done in plural, it will stay mil only and not become miles. Now let's see some examples. 2346 equals to 2000 plus 300 plus 40 plus 6, which is 2346. Now we have 9999, which is 9000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 9, which will become 9999. Like ciento or cientos don't take y, y's, and mil doesn't take y between mil and ciento or any 10 digit. Okay. Now we have 100 million will be cien mil, 200 million will be doscientos or doscientas mil. Rest of the series will stay the same. When the numbers between 100,000 million, it will not un mil, it will become un million. Okay, you won't write mil twice, you will just write un million. So you need to remember this also. Un million will take the accent on O. See the accent on O. Once it becomes plural, that is dos millones, tres millones, it will omit the accent mark. And as I told you, accent makes a big difference. So just read this point carefully and grasp it in your brain. Rest of the roots will stay the same. Like 100,000 will be mil millones. With millones, use a preposition de. When the quantity is an exact million or millones. For example, Venezuela tiene 40 millones de habitantes. If the quantity is anything more than the exact million, there is no need to use the preposition de. 1 billion in Spanish is un millón de millones. So this was just simple rules. So I don't think I need to explain them. You can very well read them and understand them. So let's just move on to the next slide. Now you have learned all the basic number names, and now you can write the number names for any number. A simple rule which needs to be followed is, let's take an example of a number 8738. Now 8738 is basically 8000 plus 700 plus 30 plus 8. So it is simple to write the number name in expanded form. So it will become 8,738. Now I am taking more random examples in the table. Look them carefully. The first example which we have is 15,994. So it will be 15,994. This is kind of a practice exercise. You can just practice it at home. What you all need to do is just hide the number names and try to decode them and then check it from here. The second one which we have is 2,49,001. So you will break it like 2,40,000, 9,001. So it will be 249,001. Next we have 5,50,550. So it will be 550,550. Next one we have is 1,38,216. So it will be 138,216. The last example which we have is 31,831. So it will be 31,831. So that was all for the exercise. The number topic is now done. You can spell any number from now onwards if you revise the rules carefully. Numbers are super easy to learn, and remember, to be honest, it can be said that it is the easiest topic of Spanish. So, it's time for me to leave. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye.